हेलो व्हाट्सअप गाइस, क्या हाल है सबका? बढ़िया। आई एम बैक विद अ न्यू गेम प्ले। आज खेलने वाले हैं हम शर्लॉक होम्स द अवेकेंड। ये आई थिंक बहुत पहले निकला था, पुराना गेम है, बट सिम्स लाइक बहुत लोग खेले हैं। एंड थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग भी है, इन्वेस्टिगेशन करना होगा, ढूंढना पड़ेगा। आई थिंक काइंड ऑफ डिटेक्टिव रोल प्ले है इस पे। देखते हैं कैसे होता है। एंड देन एक के बाद एक खेलूंगा और मैं बताऊंगा कैसे क्या करना है। काइंड ऑफ इट्स अ वॉक थ्रू, क्योंकि जितना मैंने देखा ये गेम प्ले थोड़ा-सा डिफ़िकल्ट है, थोड़ा क्लूज़ ढूँढने में टाइम लगेगा। एंड देन मैं कुछ-कुछ ऑलरेडी खेल चुका हूँ, मतलब थोड़ा-सा पार्ट ऑलरेडी खेल चुका हूँ, बट रिकॉर्ड नहीं किया। तो आई एम प्लेइंग दिस गेम अगेन एंड देन विल अपलोड दिस एंड लेट्स सी हाउ इट गोज़। मैं रिव्यू देता रहूँगा एंड देखते हैं कैसा होता है। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। बेकर स्ट्रीट।
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
देख लेते हैं सेटिंग्स क्या है फर्स्ट। ठीक ठीक।
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
तो Z दबाने से तुमको स्कैन कर सकते हो बेसिकली, कहाँ पर क्या क्लू है।
I'm close, I know it. I just need one more piece to crack the case.
ठीक है, कुछ कुछ इधर भी है।
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting. Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
ये अभी तक शुरू नहीं हुआ, जस्ट
I
लाइक
don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
यहाँ से
I am
शुरू
on the
होता है।
precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing
ये
people
स्टैंड नहीं
cannot
मिल
be
रहा है,
proved.
स्टैंड से ही सब कुछ
That's
शुरू हो रहा है।
preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
डस्टबिन में जाके देखना पड़ेगा क्या है। शिफ्ट दबाने से दौड़ता है। लूजियाना निम्फ। ये रहा मेरा
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
ये कैक्टस का स्पाइन है बेसिकली.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here! Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool! Now I can take the day off.
did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't.
कोई तो
I had
बंदा
to
आके
protect the
उसका न्यूज़पेपर
merchandise,
छेड़छाड़
and all I
कर
could
रहा
see
था.
was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
सी इससे केस बुक ओपन होता है. ये जो है ये तुम्हारा क्या बोलते हैं, जितना भी डिटेल्स हैं, जितना भी इंफॉर्मेशन है, उसको एक के साथ एक कनेक्शन जोड़ने के लिए बेसिकली तुमको ये करना होगा. बुक्स फ्रॉम बार्न्स ऐसे, उसके बाद न्यू बॉयज टेस्टिमोनी, लोकल बुक सेलर. तो ये सब एक एक करके जोड़ के तुम अपना कंक्लूजन पे आओगे, है ना. ये अच्छा दिख रहा है.
Come now, Mr.
Get the
Holmes.
Strand.
Murder?
Get
Yes,
the copy
Barnes
of
has
the
his
Strand
quirks, but
here.
he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
इसके पास जाना होगा. तो बेसिकली जब तुम कोई भी चीज़ इन्वेस्टिगेशन करोगे उसको पिन करके रखना होगा. जैसे नीचे दिखा रहा है पिन एविडेंस. तो कोई भी चीज़ अगर तुम कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन, कोई भी एविडेंस अगर तुमको ढूंढना होगा, देन यू नीड टू पिन दैट एविडेंस सो दैट उसके रिलेटेड जितना भी इंफॉर्मेशन तुमको सराउंडिंग्स में मिलेगा वो तुमको दिख जाएगा. सो लेट्स पिन दिस. हमको जाना होगा बुक स्टोर पे.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
अभी बुक स्टोर कहाँ था? बुक स्टोर यही आसपास कहीं होगा. तुम ऐसा देख सकते हो, यहाँ पर बुक स्टोर है. ये तो तुम्हारा बेकर स्ट्रीट है जहाँ पर एक्चुअल में वो रहता है. ये रहा अपना बुक स्टोर. आके सबसे पहले स्कैन कर लो. पहले ऑब्जर्व करो. बैग्स अंडर आइस, इंक, leans heavily on his right leg. ये बेसिकली लगता है ज़्यादा काम वगैरह करता है, वर्कहॉलिक का.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
डर के चला गया।
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes! Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it a pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out. So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
छोटा सा पपी है उसके पास। अच्छा ये तो बीगल है। कान देख के लग रहा है।
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
और क्या क्या है इस पे?
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre. Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
The lusting plants.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
वो नहीं निकलेगा। और कुछ है क्या यहाँ पर? हाँ यहाँ पर कुछ तो है।
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. The finest view London has to offer.
Pile of book.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
I think और कुछ नहीं है यहाँ पर। Sherlock is afraid of water. If he falls in, he will black out. देखते हैं इसको पूछते हैं इसको कुछ पता है कि नहीं।
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall. I should have worn something warmer. People don't tend to come out for flowers when it rains. Perhaps I should try selling door to door.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
ये वही है ना जो मिला था वहाँ पर।
Is this what I found in my dustbin?
डस्टबिन में मिला था तब उस टाइम पे।
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
यही देखे कोई मारने का कोशिश कर रहा था क्या? कुछ टूटा हुआ
It is
है।
damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them. Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
पहले तो ऑब्जर्व करते हैं। For beauty or concealment, wearing makeup. Morning brooch. Luxury fabric. Avoid eye contact or distracted. Change shoe upon arrival. I think ready to move on. Correct.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
इसको एविडेंस प्रोवाइड करना होगा कि
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
अच्छा वो था ही नहीं इधर.
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Okay.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh.
Mm.
I hope you're right.
अच्छा
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
ये तो पता नहीं चलेगा. लाइब्रेरी अकाउंट अबाउट बुक्स ऑफ फ्लैशिंग.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. I don't know anything about this, sorry. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we
छोटा सा
see
जो
each
पपी
other.
देखा ना उस टाइम पे.
Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
अच्छा
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
क्या थिंक. बहुत सारा चीज आ गया. बुक फ्रॉम बार्न्स. एक्टर पर डेड फ्लावर्स ऑन डिस्प्ले. नहीं एक तो होगा. डेड फ्लावर्स ऑन डिस्प्ले मिल गया हमको. इधर से एग्जॉटिक प्लांट कैटलॉग. रोजेस फॉर सेल. कैक्टस द पॉट. करेक्ट. ये हो गया.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes.
इसको जाके
We
बोलते
better
हैं,
tell Mr.
पूछते हैं.
Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
ये
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured, we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
बार्न्स ने उसको इम्प्रेस करने के लिए एक कैक्टस ऑर्डर किया था, उसको न्यूज़पेपर में रैप करके उस वहाँ पर रख के आ गया.
So you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
I have neither the experience nor the interest in navigating the finer sex and their peculiarities. Do what you will.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
मिल गया. The Strand. Saltpeter explosion rocks dock.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Investigation complete.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed.
अभी से केस शुरू
Perhaps
हो
not
रहे हैं.
as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
करते हैं चलो.
Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But
It's brilliant.
Let's go.
Oh,
चलते हैं.
good. Well, his house is nearby. Come. Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop. Not much further now.
ये क्या?
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
अच्छा ये.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
इसका सर्वेंट मिसिंग हो गया. कहीं भाग गया
It's my
होगा.
superiors
या
who
फिर
made
कुछ
this
तो हुआ
decision,
होगा.
sir.
उसको ढूंढना पड़ेगा.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest
सही बात
priority.
है.
That said, if we find Kimahir breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
अच्छा.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could
क्वेश्चन
eat.
कर रहे हैं. Basic questions.
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
I think इसके बाद investigation होगा.
No. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on
हाँ
his
भाग
person.
गया तो कुछ तो
No,
पैसा
no.
लेके भाग गया
I
होगा.
kept his wages in my safe. For security.
अच्छा.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Okay. देखते हैं, अभी इन्वेस्टिगेट करते हैं. आई थिंक बैक साइड पे उसका घर है. करते हैं इन्वेस्टिगेट क्या है, देखते हैं. इधर तो कुछ मिल रहा है. क्या है देखते हैं.
Chewing tobacco.
टोबैको मिला है कुछ.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
नी प्रिंट हाइडिंग.
Looks like a knee print. Someone else
सो
here.
बेसिकली क्यू
The
दबाने
amount of
से,
chewing
क्यू
tobacco
होल्ड करके
suggests
रखने
they
से
were waiting a while.
उसका एक इंट्यूशन
Amusing, Mr. Holmes.
होता है,
To read the
जिस
ground
पे
like
वो
an open book.
क्या करते हैं कि देखो लिखा है, विथ इनफ क्लू शार्लॉक कैन इमेजिनेशन रिकंस्ट्रक्ट द पास्ट, प्रेस क्यू टू सी द इमेजिनेशन नोट, इंटरैक्ट विद द नोट्स टू बिगिन, देन रिक्रिएट एन एक्यूरेट वर्जन ऑफ द इवेंट्स. मतलब वो रिक्रिएट करते हैं अपने माइंड पे कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ होगा. जैसे ये वाला हो गया. यहाँ पर अगर मैं प्रीवियस करता हूँ, वो सोच रहा है कुछ तो ऐसे हुआ है ना. और कुछ अभी तक इन्फॉर्मेशन मिला नहीं, तो एक ही फर्स्ट दिखा रहा है. देखते हैं बाकी क्या मिलता है. और कुछ यहाँ पर कुछ तो है.
This lock is
अनयूजुअल
quite
लॉक.
unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
इधर भी कुछ है. किसी का मुंह लग रहा है ना ये.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here. A small navy spyglass.
स्पाई ग्लास जैसे दिखता है ना वो. इसको धक्का मारा गया होगा। ओके, यहाँ पर कुछ है।
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
गुरुस।
Clothes made of hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
एशियन वही मिला था ना यहाँ पर नीचे।
No air coming through it. Mutton chops. The remains of a meal.
कुछ तो है ये। हाँ,
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
ओपियोड।
The ashes are long since cold.
इस पे एयर क्यों नहीं आ रहा है?
Is this a Tanifa, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
कुछ एक पहाड़ दिख रहा है ना? कोई तो मतलब काइंड ऑफ टैटू है। इधर कुछ है, कपड़ा है
The
कोई।
rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
इसके लिए हवा नहीं आ रहा था। अभी इसको क्रिएट करते देखते क्या बोलता है। अभी तक और भी कुछ है आई थिंक। यहाँ पर कुछ दिख रहा है ना? Wheels, parallel
Could have
tracks.
left these tracks. They seem fresh.
देखते हैं क्या क्या इंफॉर्मेशन मिला है मेरे को। एक की मिला है ना, कि जैसे ये आईज जो दिखता है ना उस पर ज़्यादा कंसंट्रेट करके ढूंढना पड़ता है बेसिकली। तो ये वाला हमको ढूंढना है। पहले की से शुरू करते हैं, तो की को हम पिन करते हैं, तो की से रिलेटेड जितना भी इंफॉर्मेशन आ जाएगा। देखो यहाँ पर आ गया, की पिन मिसिंग। हो गया। अभी दूसरा क्या है? दूसरा ये जूते वाला है, इसको देखते हैं क्या है। देखो, पैरेलल ट्रैक्स, pile of logs fallen.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
मतलब हर एक सीन पे अगर तुम देखोगे ऊपर 3 डॉट है ना, तो 4 सीन है, 4 सीन पे 3-3 डॉट है। मतलब वो रिक्रिएट करेगा हर एक इंसिडेंट। अच्छा, ये की था ना, की को देखते हैं क्या हुआ है। ये की पे कुछ नहीं है। यहाँ पर कुछ दिख रहा है। अच्छा, वो ऐसा लेके जा रहा था। अच्छा, उसका नेक्स्ट कुछ मिला नहीं है अभी तक। तो ये बैठा है इधर। अच्छा हम की ढूंढ रहे हैं ना, की को चेंज करके। There are some interesting clues in the captain's Tenerife garden। हाँ वही हम ढूंढ रहे हैं। और कुछ मिलता है क्या? मतलब हर एक के साथ हर एक लिंक्ड है, वो हमको ढूंढना पड़ेगा।
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Spy glass on the floor entrance। देखते स्पाई ग्लास से कुछ मिलता है कि नहीं। ये सब तो मिल गया यहाँ पर। थिंक इसको पूछना पड़ेगा, एक बार जाके पूछते हैं। जितना भी इंफॉर्मेशन मिला है उसको पूछते हैं। पूछने के बाद आई थिंक कुछ आएगा। एविडेंस।
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
बंदा थोड़ा एरोगेंट नहीं है?
Are you joking? Why would I know this? Are you joking? Why would I know this?
अच्छा।
Where on earth are you going with this? I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
अच्छा।
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
अच्छा।
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Do you
तो हम है
happen
ना।
to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
अच्छा। और एविडेंस अपडेटेड। चलो देखते हैं और कुछ मिलता है कि नहीं। सब अपडेट हो गया। मतलब बेसिकली उसको ही पूछना था वो चीज़। हाँ ये देखो वही वाला है ना। जो स्पाई ग्लास है। ये एक हो गया, ये दूसरा है। अच्छा, अच्छा कि मियाँ को ऐसे करके लेके गया वो। गॉट इट। और यहाँ पर इसको धक्का मारा। अच्छा, उसको घसीट के लेके गया ऐसे। और यहाँ पर उसका कपड़े का थोड़ा सा निशान अटक गया कोई भी इस पे। ये देखो, छोटा सा कुछ ये अंदर डाल दिया तो इधर आ गया। ओके। और वो ट्राई कर रहा था कि खाते खाते ट्राई कर रहा था कि क्या हुआ नहीं हुआ, मतलब उसको पता नहीं चल रहा है कि क्यों नहीं चल रहा था वो। चलो मिल गया। अभी हमको क्या करना है, इसको करना है। स्पाई ग्लास मिला है हमको, च्यूइंग टबाको मिला है, और लॉक विथ अनयूजुअल की होल। अच्छा नहीं है ये। बेसिकली जितना भी ऑब्जर्वेशन है ना, सब इस पे है। एक एक करके एलिमिनेट करेंगे हम, सब करके देखेंगे कि क्या है नहीं है। Where does Kimihia's trail lead? एक हुआ है, ग्रीन मतलब हो गया एक। और एक आइटम चाहिए जिसके साथ हम लिंक कर सकते हैं। वो आइटम मिला नहीं हमको अभी तक। आई थिंक दैट आइटम इज द की। वो जो की है ना, वो की आई थिंक हमको चाहिए।
Why are you still here? If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it. This dreary rain is making a miserable day even worse. Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
अच्छा, और क्या मिसिंग है? अच्छा, ये की यहाँ पर देखा नहीं मैंने। ये क्या है यहाँ पर? हाँ, अच्छा एक बाकी है क्या अभी तक वैलिडेट करना? चलो ठीक है। लास्ट वाला वैलिडेट क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? ये है क्या है यहाँ पर? ये तो नहीं है। स्पाई ग्लास होगा आई थिंक, स्पाई ग्लास और कीमिया नहीं, फुटप्रिंट वो भी नहीं है। क्लॉथ्स इन चिमनी, और तो कुछ है नहीं आइटम। अच्छा, और कुछ है क्या? वैलिडेट नहीं हो रहा है एक चीज।
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
आई थिंक इसको चेंज करना पड़ेगा हम लोगों को। चिमनी पाइप, हाँ अभी जाके वैलिडेट होगा मेरे को लगता है। जाओ, see, some clues will not be visible without it। इसको पूछते हैं।
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
मतलब वो कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है। ये तो हो गया। आई थिंक की में कुछ है। देयर इज नो की बेन टू राइट द हॉक्स गेम में, देयर इज एन एम्प्टी हॉक। ओके, इसको देखते हैं। ना फर्स्ट वाला उसको
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
से ही
When Kimahir went to sleep, the
information
man crept
को
up to the
पिन
shack
करना
and
होगा, नहीं
slipped
मिलेगा।
narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense. Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
देखते इसके पास चाबी है कि नहीं।
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego,
arrogant
is
है ये
another
बंदा.
second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
मारेंगे पकड़ के. देखते हैं बाहर क्या मिलता है.
Yes, Stenwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous.
अच्छा ये तो है.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
ग्रास लगा
Wheels
हुआ है
picked up
इसमें.
grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Roy Salisbury.
Roy Salisbury. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Complete. Second वाला investigation. क्या है इधर?
What does it say?
कुछ मिल रहा है क्या? ए लिखा है और तो कुछ है नहीं.
What does it say?
जाके बोलते हैं तुम्हारा सर्वेंट किडनैप हो गया, चुराना है तो पैसा दो.
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
अच्छा अजीब इंसान है तो ये. आई थिंक अभी मिला है हमको सब कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन। देखते हैं अभी क्या मिलता है। स्ट्रैंड तो सबसे पहले होगा, उसके साथ सेलर्स नॉट होगा, उसके साथ एक सेलर्स नॉट मिला है। अच्छा ओके, कॉलिंग कार्ड, क्लॉथ इन द चिमनी, ना, वॉलेट, एलिमिनेट कर रहे हैं एक करके सब। वो भी नहीं है। आई थिंक ये नहीं होगा, ये होगा। स्पाई ग्लास है और स्पाई ग्लास है, सिर्फ ये चाहिए एक। ना, फुटप्रिंट, कितना बजे सेलर, सेलर नॉट तो आया है, और उसके बाद सेलर, ये तो प्रूव हो गया। कॉलिंग कार्ड, पोर्ट ऑफ लंदन।
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London.
Of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
ये जो बोल रहे हैं देखिए।
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes?
हाँ,
Stop
कुछ
loitering.
नहीं बोलेगा,
Go and do your job.
कुछ नहीं बोलेगा ये। स्टॉप लॉइटरिंग।
Where to, Gav? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
चलो दूसरा वाला। द ब्लड रेड नाइट, पोर्ट ऑफ लंदन। देखते हैं क्या होता है, क्या इन्वेस्टिगेशन मिलता है इधर से। Sherlock writes everything down. Check the case book. You might have missed something. Definitely.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
Did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said,
कुछ तो उसका पुराना
so as
स्टोरी
to
बोल
gain
रहा है,
God's favor. After
जब वो
that,
अफगानिस्तान में गया होगा।
Dr. Watson?
yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. Question remains, why abduct Kimmy here?
Correct. देखते हैं क्या मिलता है इधर.
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
Grievous missing for a week. अच्छा कोई और एक
I've seen
missing.
worse.
Will destroy pets of any kind of complexity accepted payments. अच्छा कोई ad दिया है यहाँ पर basically. Tickets to Oakmont, Massachusetts are still available. पूछेंगे उसको ही पूछेंगे.
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
पहले तो observe. Pale, chap clips. Vomit strains, morning sickness. अच्छा. Bit distended. Belly. Trousers little too tight. हाँ बेसिकली ये सब अगर होता है तो ही इज गेसिंग दैट he tries to her tries hiding her pregnancy. Okay, or maybe unaware of.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know?
पहले घुमा फिरा के बोलते हैं,
yes.
उसके बाद
Something
आते हैं.
exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
अच्छा
Doesn't look like anything to me.
इसको पता नहीं चलेगा.
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
अच्छा
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
Miss, what if I told you that you are in the family way?
No, really? Oh, thank you, sir. How would I, a simple woman, have ever known without your help? You must be a doctor.
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
अच्छा वो बोलना नहीं चाहता है बेसिकली. ठीक है, फेयर इनफ. चलते हैं.
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
इसको पूछते, इसको कुछ पता है तो.
It's a large harbor. If our kidnapper is hiding here, finding him won't be easy.
True. डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड टेस्टिमोनीज तो कुछ है नहीं. ठीक है, इस पे क्या है? इस पे भी कुछ नहीं है अभी फिलहाल के लिए. रॉय सोल्सबी, इसको पूछते हैं. अबे हट जा।
Do you know anything about this?
I think I can help you.
When usually wonders close the dockyard. Okay. डॉकयार्ड कहाँ है? यही डॉक है ना? जिंदगी भर बारिश होता है क्या यहाँ पर?
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
अच्छा, okay. इसको पूछते हैं।
May I ask you something?
Of course I know. To cut a long story short.
People some may have gone to watch the ship that exploded yesterday. अच्छा।
Do you know anything about this?
Nope. Sorry, I know nothing.
बारिश में भीग भीग के कहाँ जा रहे हैं ये सब लोग?
Ma Dalton swears she saw ghosts in the warehouse too.
Haunted house.
Must be serious.
अच्छा। ये कौन है?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
अच्छा। ओके। अच्छा यही वाला टूट गया था ना? मेरे को लग रहा है यही है।
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy.
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy, but I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
Fair enough.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, but I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
Now, where was I?
पहले तो observe. Average height. Okay. Mint, solid gold. अमीर है बंदा। चोर तो नहीं होने वाला ये। 5 feet 5 applies hardly strong. फिर भी left corrupt custom officer can afford such. हाँ, only a corrupt custom officer can afford such a thing. कॉलिंग कार्ड कहाँ है वो उसका?
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
Evidence
That
updated.
boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while. Wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you know. I could do with a pint of the Cursed Mermaid, but the thought of walking in this fog. I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is. I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
ऑन प्लाइन कैरेक्टर हो गया। जैसे है ना हम लोग हाँ कुछ मिला क्या? और भी चाहिए होगा। तीनों में से एक भी नहीं मिला। फॉरेन ओमन नहीं, इधर से तो नहीं आए। रुको, हम इधर से आए थे।
Help me, please.
I can't help you with this.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't help you with this.
अच्छा, सीधा मुंह पे बोल देता है can't help you। ये लोग कुछ बोल सकते
Can
हैं
I
क्या?
ask you a question? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
उसको कैसे पता चला कि कोई किसी के पास आंसर नहीं है? Very likely a sailor from the port of the London. He is bulky man.
Do you know anything about this? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else. May I ask you something? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
ठीक है, चलेगा। कहाँ पर है हम लोग?
Are you able to help me?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
तो बोल रहे किसी को पता नहीं है।
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yes, it really not very happy with them. कौन सा लैंग्वेज बोल रहा है? Warehouse.
Good evening, Constable. I heard some people talking of ghosts in this warehouse.
Gossips, all of them. An old lady neighbour saw some lights and ghostly shapes in the middle of the night. She heard music too. Turns out this was the warehouse of Grandpa Kujak. He owned a business with theatre props for scary shows. I went in and... well, it is a bit creepy. But I think it was probably just some kids fooling around.
Do you mind if I take a look inside?
Not at all. It's like Madame Tussauds, only worse. I'll be on the beat round the
Madame
pub for the
Tussauds.
rest of the night. Damn explosion. Good night, sir.
I think कुछ दूसरा ये मिशन होगा, साइड मिशन। देखते हैं क्या है।
An effective contraption. It still works. herbal odor with an acylic base. Liquor?
था इधर.
There was a box in the coffin. It was removed quite recently.
Okay.
They opened the casket and left marks.
Phosphorus, I think.
Phosphorus, used recently. Where is this going?
ऊपर उठ रहा है क्या?
Who is this intended to scare?
किसी को डराने के लिए.
Several crates are missing.
Missing crates, okay.
Bottles of various shapes and sizes. I detect a mix of chemical. No brand or markings. It looks like a bulk product. That's most likely the ghost the old lady saw through the window.
अच्छा.
Inspired by the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Somebody had fun.
अच्छा. इसी ने किया होगा उल्टा करके वो सब. ना. किसी को इस पे डाल के लेके आए हैं.
A small cart left those tracks.
कुछ तो लेके गया है यहाँ से. I think कुछ नहीं है फालतू का.
How can I help? I could try and flag someone down.
तो ये हुआ क्या? कंक्लूजन क्या हुआ इसका? आई थिंक ये ऑफिसर इधर ही है ना ऊपर. देखते हैं इसको बोलते हैं.
I don't believe in ghosts. I did when I was a kid. My older brother used to creep outside and whisper at me through the window. Papul, Papul, this is Grandma, he'd say, in a deep voice. It was scary. He became a grave digger, so I don't believe in ghosts. I don't like them. He became a grave digger, so I don't believe in ghosts. I don't like them. He became a grave digger, so I don't believe in ghosts. I don't like them.
कोई तो यहाँ पर घोस्ट बोल रहा था ना. वो लोग कहाँ हैं? कहीं तो और आ गए हम. Whereas two at the port was subject to search by police after a report about ghost hunt. He is the owner of the warehouse at a business as can be found. कर दिया ना शॉट.
He became a gravedigger, so I'd done.
और कुछ करने का है क्या? नहीं, दो वैलिडेट नहीं हो रहा है, वो अभी बोल रहे हैं. कौन सा है ये? फर्स्ट इस पे गया ना. अच्छा, ओके. एक बचा और. क्यों नहीं हो रहा है?
Somebody played with phosphorus to give the illusion of ghosts or ectoplasm. In reality, they were here to mix a few ingredients and prepare a solution of some sort. Then they took a box hidden inside the casket. And they left through that gate with a small cart.
कोई भूत नहीं है, कुछ तो चल रहा है यहाँ पर. कहाँ गया ये? तो पुलिस कहाँ गया?
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, sorry, I know nothing.
किसी को कुछ पता नहीं रहता है. Can we try to find more? हाँ.
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, sorry, I know nothing.
इन लोगों से पूछते
Can I
हैं.
ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
उस साइड पे पूछते हैं. कौन है, इसको पूछते हैं.
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
अच्छा
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Are you able to help me?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
कोई हेल्प नहीं कर रहा है. इसको छोड़ के ना हम जो करने आए हैं वो करते हैं. और ना इसको ढूंढते हैं. दो ओपी नहीं चाहिए ना.
Ma Dalton swears she saw ghosts in warehouse too.
कुछ ज़्यादा फॉग नहीं है. गामा ज़्यादा हो गया बट स्टिल foliage.
The coppers even went over there. Must be serious.
She repeatedly asked Mr. Soulsby about a disappearance. For an omen. इन्वेस्टिगेट कर लिए ये. मिसिंग पर्सन्स. पता नहीं चल रहा कहाँ जाना है.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Can I ask you a question?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
क्वेश्चन पूछा ही तो नहीं, पहले ही बोल देता है. हाँ थोड़ा सा कम है. अबे करना क्या है?
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat?
वेयरहाउस छोड़ देते हैं ना, पहले इसको ढूंढते हैं. अभी इसके बाद डिफरेंस और नॉन रिलेशन डिफरेंस शी इज हंग मिसिंग पर्सन पुशर. आई थिंक इसके साथ लिंक्ड है समहाउ. काम करते हुए उसके सामने चलते हैं, आस पास पूछते हैं. ये अपना वेयरहाउस है.
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
पर तो एक लोग खड़ा है.
May I ask you something?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry, sir. Can't help you.
Yes,
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
इन लोगों को पता नहीं, आई थिंक कोई तो दूसरी जगह पे होगा। ये लोग नहीं बोल रहे हैं। नहीं जा सकते। अब हट जा।
Almost no fish the last couple of days. Almost no fish the last couple of days.
The coffin won't go away and the doctor's too pricey.
May I ask for your assistance?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't help you with this.
कोई हेल्प नहीं करेगा।
What are you looking at? Do you like to watch our man suffocates himself for food? Is there a doctor? Man is very sick.
Do you know anything about
Sounds as though
this?
those people will need my help.
Hello, this is Dr. Watson. We'll take a look at your friend. Freshly dug up treasures, it seems.
Everything ends up in a river. It's a good thing these people take something from it.
The water has a curious whitish tinge to it. The subject is hyperventilating. He has a pale face and dilated pupils. Dilated pupils, decolorized skin, necrosis. What do you make of this, Doctor?
All signs point towards acute poisoning. It could possibly be due to chemicals. I won't jump to any conclusions yet. If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Do you know anything about this?
Oh, sorry, I know nothing.
ये वही है
May
ना।
I ask you something?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Their cart can be tracked.
The coffin won't go away and the doctor's too pricey.
Their cart can be tracked.
Ma Dalton swears she saw ghosts in Warehouse 2. The coppers even went over there. Must be serious.
यही था ना? ये नहीं था? अबे वेयरहाउस बोल रहे कि देयर कार्ड कैन बी ट्रैक्ड टू फाइंड आउट मोर। कार्ड कहाँ से मिलेगा? ये वाला कार्ड क्या? बहुत अच्छे से इसको माइन्यूटली देखना पड़ेगा आई थिंक। क्या
If we
चीज़
stay
है?
out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
इसको लेके गया
If we
इधर
stay
से।
out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
कार्ड इसके आसपास ही रहेगा। मेरे को तो यही लग रहा है। ऊपर कैसे जाएगा? ऊपर तो नहीं जा सकता।
Ma Dalton swears she saw ghosts in warehouse too. The coppers even went over.
Dr. Tippett's electric pectobrain. Patent medicine of the future.
This is a patent medicine. A quick fix at an expensive price that drags the patient slowly into death.
इधर पे कुछ जा रहा है, हम लोग सही जा रहे हैं।
May I ask you something?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
May I ask you something?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
इसके आसपास ही रहेगा। इसको पूछ के उस साइड चलते हैं।
He became a grave digger, so I don't believe in ghosts. I don't like them.
इधर भी जा सकते हैं ना? इधर तो कुछ है नहीं। इधर बंदे जा नहीं सकते हैं। कार्ट हमको ट्रैक करना है, बट वो कार्ट अभी है कहाँ पता नहीं। हम लोग इधर से ही गए थे। अंदर तो नहीं है ना?
Can I ask you a question?
Look, sorry, I know nothing.
May I ask you something?
No, sir. I never heard of it.
अच्छा।
Ma Dalton swears she saw ghosts in warehouse.
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
कैसे कार्ट करे? कार्ट कैन बी ट्रैक टू फाइंड आउट मोर।
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
दिमाग। कहाँ गया वो? इधर पे है क्या? नहीं, इधर पे तो कोई नहीं है। लास्ट सीन इज हेयर। यहाँ पर अंदर आया। ओके। इसके बाद कहाँ गया? इधर देख के आते हैं तो कोई ट्रैक है कि नहीं। ना, यहाँ कोई ट्रैक नहीं है। यहाँ पर भी कोई ट्रैक नहीं है। बट ये है क्या, ये वाला चीज़? ये भी नहीं है। मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है ये बॉक्स है। आई थिंक कुछ दूसरा ढूंढना है हमको। हाँ, यहाँ से निकला, यहाँ तक गया, उसके बाद कहाँ जा सकता है? ये होगा, इसके अंदर तो नहीं जा सकता है फॉर श्योर। या फिर हो भी सकता है। ऊपर कुछ है, बंद है।
What can I get you? After the incident the other day, it seems customers are staying at home.
ना इधर नहीं। मैं कुछ दूसरा नहीं ढूंढ रहा ना। Someone is reaching to order from ट्रैक महा बेवारी ने ये मिल गया। ये सबको पूछना पड़ेगा, ये मतलब सबको पूछना पड़ेगा। ये दोनों तो कुछ मिल ही नहीं रहा है। हम तो ये ढूंढ ही नहीं रहे हैं, हम तो बाकी सब ढूंढ रहे हैं। हटाओ इसको, नहीं चाहिए। कॉल फॉर हेल्प, वेयर हाउस नहीं चाहिए, हॉन्टेड वेयर हाउस नहीं चाहिए। Ask Daya in the port. Red drag over the entrance. पोर्ट में जाना होगा. ओके. ये तो रेड ड्रैग नहीं, ये वाला ये क्यों नहीं सिलेक्ट हो रहा है? हाँ,
The coffin won't
रेड
go
ड्रैग
away.
कहाँ है?
Doctor's too pricey.
रेड ड्रैग. ये वाला था क्या? हाँ. दया.
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy Amma medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere.
कुछ तो मिला अभी. एक मिला. Pendant first payment at the altar. Reverse testimony.
The coffin won't go away and the doctor's too pricey.
ये हेल्प क्यों नहीं कर रहा है?
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
The coffin won't go away and the doctor's too pricey.
Where are we? field hospital.
वो मिला ना? हाँ। ये तो रहा।
The cart from warehouse 2.
ये डॉक्टर कुछ नहीं है। ग्लोइंग पाउडर, फास्फोरस, इसने वो सब नाटक किया। ऑलमोस्ट डॉक्टर, होममेड मेडिसिन रेसिपी। सेल्फ टॉट हीलर होगा। कंप्लीट लेवल्स टू यंग।
Good evening, sir. Are you the gentleman who sells that intriguing pecto-brain beverage?
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Thomas Tippett, and yes, its proud inventor and purveyor.
Are you a doctor? You seem remarkably young.
I'm self-educated. I help people in need around these parts with my medicine.
Helping, as in bringing to the grave?
That is unfair, sir. The virtues of my invention are to calm the nerves, to stop coughing due to the endless smog, and to help children to sleep.
Has your beverage been tested by your peers or any medical authority? I am a doctor, and it appears that you are playing with people's lives, people who place their trust in you to ease their pain.
People need help, and drugs are expensive. My formula helps, and it's inexpensive. The product is dispensed from here only, so dose and usage are controlled. I looked into other patented medicines. They contain harmful or useless substrate, and they're sold in respected shops and pharmacies.
Do you realize what you are doing? You are playing with people's health.
You are a doctor. Take a look at my product. You won't find mercury, radium, lithium, or any other toxic substances drowned in alcohol and sold freely by so-called health professionals. I can show you how I work. Let me help people.
Watson, what do you make of this situation?
I'm not sure. Patent medicines can be a scourge, yes, but he is not entirely wrong in practice.
Why the haunted warehouse?
Well, nobody was using it, and people are afraid of ghosts. It kept them away until today. What I do is not entirely legal, but I do help people.
अच्छा, वो evidence updated. इस पे तो कुछ नहीं मिला ना। फील्ड हॉस्पिटल कहाँ पर है? कहाँ ये? जगह तो छोटा ही है बट तीनों कैरेक्टर मिला केमिली अपडेटेड सेलर गिरवी स्लेव फर्स्ट पेंडेंट एंड द ऑल्टर। तो चलते हैं इसके पास।
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper.
हाँ, इसको भूख लग गया।
Won't go away, and the doctor's too pricey.
Could you help me?
I can't help you with this.
सीधा ही मुंह पे बोल देता है।
The coffin won't go away, and
Is
the
this
doctor's
familiar
too
to you?
tricey.
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
अच्छा वो वेयर हाउस पे चलते हैं, देखते हैं ये वेयर हाउस, सॉरी पोर्ट कहाँ है? ये पोर्ट है ना, इसको जाके पूछते हैं, इसको पता है कि नहीं, क्या नाम है उसका।
What are you gawping at?
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up.
Eh?
I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk...
मतलब वो गलत बोला। नेपाली वॉइस टेस्टिमोनी, बट वो तो गलत निकला ना। ये भी अपडेट नहीं हुआ। आज दया को आस्क किए तो उसके पास ये आया, नेपाली बॉय।
through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
डिफिकल्ट है ये। मतलब सही तरह से क्लू नहीं दे रहा है ये।
I should have helped Amma put out the posters. If she hadn't been in the smoke so long, maybe she wouldn't be sick.
इधर कुछ ढूंढना था उस टाइम पे।
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin. No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
अच्छा। कुछ मिला क्या? पहले ये जानना होगा, देन वेयर इज किमिया। इसमें क्या क्या है देखते हैं पहले अच्छे से। हमको डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए, डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड टेस्टिमोनीज चाहिए। क्या क्या है हमारे पास? अभी नेपाली वॉइस टेस्टिमोनी है, में कैरेक्टर पोर्ट्रेट गवर्नमेंट कैरेक्टर कहाँ? ये एक है, दूसरा है तुम्हारा रॉय शेल्बी। ये दोनों में से कोई एक होगा, बट ये वाला चाहिए मेरे को। डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड टेस्टिमोनीज चाहिए। अच्छा एक बात बताओ, इसका टेस्टिमोनी हो गया, इसका टेस्टिमोनी हो गया, तो बचा कौन? बचा सिर्फ उसका, वो जो क्या नाम है, इसका टेस्टिमोनी बचा है ना? पे नेपाली बॉय पे ही कुछ अगर कैरेक्टर पोर्ट्रेट अगर मिल जाता, और भी एक बार जाते हैं। और कुछ है क्या?
I'm sorry about my English. I try hard, but the rules don't make sense. It's stupid. If I need to, I'll work to support my family. Just like my brother. Emma's gone and Geirvest too, so I will be staying here. Emma's gone and Geirvest too, so
नहीं, इसके पास तो आई थिंक कुछ वैसा
I will
कुछ
be
नहीं
staying
लग रहा
here.
है। उसके पास चलते हैं एक बार, डॉग के, इसको पूछते हैं, तुम बताओ।
I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog.
अच्छा, ये
But
वो
I'd
बोल
have to
रहा है,
walk through the
फालतू का बकवास कर रहा है वो। मरमेड, इस पे चलते हैं।
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout, with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
Okay, कुछ मिला? और कुछ बोलेगा क्या? देखते हैं, पूछते हैं।
The people here are resilient. Tomorrow it'll all be forgotten. Be careful on the port, gentlemen. The fog is particularly thick tonight. Be careful on the port, gentlemen. The fog is particularly thick tonight.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper.
इसको
Do you
सिर्फ
feel
भूख
like
ही
a meat
लगा है।
pie?
और एक इन्फॉर्मेशन मिला, हाँ, इसका टेस्टिमोनी मिला अभी। इसको ढूंढना पड़ेगा, डर्टी समर्स। Accomplish। फिर से चलते हैं उधर, यहाँ पर चलते हैं, इसको पूछते हैं डर्टी समर्स कौन है।
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
अच्छा,
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
अच्छा,
Mr. Soulsby, you know more
इसको
than you're
कन्फर्म
letting
करना
on.
है अपना।
What makes you say that?
पहले तो इसको देते हैं।
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
देखो करते हैं.
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you...
What makes you...
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his...
What? Really?
अच्छा, एक हो गया. उसके बाद choose evidence. What is Soulsby's connection to the crime? Okay. ये पूछा ना?
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
नहीं, ये पूछा थे.
Mr. Souls...
रुको.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved...
What?
ये वाला थे. ये हो गया ना, right?
Boulder Dash. Sorry.
Mr.
And how do I...
Mr.
अबे नहीं.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in...
What? Boulder... Sorry.
एक भी तो नहीं आ
Mr.
रहा है.
Soul...
And how do... Sorry.
Nothing more. वो
Mr.
हो
Sol-
गया. ये cancel.
And how... Sorry.
Mr.
सेकेंड वाला भी कैंसिल. ये दोनों नहीं, ये वाला.
And how...
Mr.
And how...
कौन सा वाला था पहले?
And how...
Mr.
And how...
A man named Dirty Summers was involved...
What?
ये तो एक हो गया. राइट दिखाया. कन्फ्रंट करना होगा. उसके बाद
Boulder Dash. Sorry.
Mr.
कितना
Soulsby,
कुछ-
you know more than you're letting on. A man named...
एक हो गया. दूसरा.
Boulder Dash. Sorry.
A man...
What?
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
दूसरा हुआ.
This proves nothing. Sorry.
चा.
What?
ठीक है, दो हो गया.
A man...
What?
A man.
What?
दूसरा वाला क्या था? Calling card.
Your calling card was found at the crime. It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that, on my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall, but I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of
पकड़
Summers?
लिए.
He's
थोड़ा
a
टाइम
regular
लगा
at the
पकड़ लिए.
Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his
मतलब
crew almost every
मैकेनिक
evening.
समझ में आ रहा है
What
थोड़ा.
for? I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
चलो अभी इस पे देखते हैं. Roy Selby could be someone's. Okay. Cursed Mermaid Pub. ये कहाँ है अभी? यहाँ पर कुछ दिख रहा है क्या? Cursed Mermaid Pub.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
रुको.
I failed. Are you?
ये नहीं
Why
है.
do I have the feeling?
I have nothing. I failed. Are you?
Why do I?
I. I failed. Are you?
Why do I?
I. I failed. Are you?
Why do I?
I have no. I failed. Are you?
Why do
I have nothing more to add.
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
रुक जाओ. Near subductor.
You sure you ain't been drinking? Are you?
Why?
I.
फिर से करना पड़ेगा वो.
Enough.
I'm not surprised. You sure? I have.
Enough. A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
अच्छा.
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Many people are missing,
What do you
and the
think?
main suspect based himself in your establishment. One word to Scotland Yard and your life takes a turn for the worse. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key, go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
अच्छा रस्टी की देखते हैं कहाँ इन्वेस्टिगेशन से मिला। इधर उधर ही Penny.
5 shillings. That won't go far.
Customers car को high quality count. अच्छा
Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
और भी कुछ होगा इस पे।
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
इसको सिर्फ खाने का The job is to move crates in the warehouse area. Dirty Summers hires men in the pub private room. Okay.
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
What did you see of Summer's work here? He was recruiting people.
It was like the whole world came through my door. People of all creeds and colours, but always strong, always tall. They seem like workers or journeymen. Beyond that, there's not much more to tell. I took his money and let him be.
And this lasted how long?
Several weeks, I wager. Be careful on the port, gentlemen. The fog is particularly thick tonight.
अच्छा उसके पास चलते हैं। तो हो गया, अभी इसको देखना पड़ेगा। Red paint. The apprentice could still be inside the warehouse, which should be marked with red paints. Warehouse जाना पड़ेगा। ये warehouse.
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here. Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here. Who is this intended to scare?
Raid marker. Sailcloth warehouse. No, it's not the same warehouse. I don't think so. और कोई warehouse है क्या? एक ही तो warehouse है. हो गया.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Red paint सी तो है.
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
इसके अंदर जाना है. रुक जाओ.
Ma Dalton swears she saw a ghost in warehouse too.
ये तो वही है.
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
कोई तो दिखा रहा है कुछ इनमें तरह. Sailcloth warehouse which should be marked with red paint. I think उसको ढूंढना पड़ेगा. दूसरा वाला कोई warehouse होगा. Red marker है उस पर. Sailcloth warehouse. ऐसे warehouse तो कहीं पे है नहीं. Sailcloth warehouse कौन सा है? यहाँ पर एक बार देख लेते हैं. Sailcloth warehouse.
Constable, my name is Dr. Watson. A man called Thomas Tippett has opened a field hospital nearby and is selling illegal medicine there. He is using Warehouse 2 for his smuggled product. Please stop him.
I knew it was a swindle. Real ghosts don't look like that. I'll check on this crook right away.
Haunted house हो गया, इसको छोड़ देते हैं.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
ये सेल क्लॉथ वेयर हाउस कहाँ है?
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat
इसको भूख
pie?
लग गया तब से.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
दोनों हो गया, अभी क्या करना है? In a warehouse holding sales. हार्बर के आसपास ही होगा. रेट साइन है उस पे. तो कुछ पता है?
I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
कोई भी वेयरहाउस के बाहर रेड साइन होगा, उस पे हमको ढूंढना पड़ेगा. उस साइड देखते हैं. रेड साइन तो इधर है नहीं.
Can you satisfy my curiosity? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
ये वेयरहाउस नहीं है, इधर तो बाहर आ गए हम. इधर ही आसपास कहीं होगा. Red signed warehouse. यही लग रहा है ना?
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
रेड साइन दिया हुआ है. Should be marked with red paint. और तो कोई warehouse मेरे को मिला नहीं. रेड साइन इधर ही दिख रहा है।
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
हमको अच्छे से ढूंढना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ये दिखा रहा है क्या है?
This pipe disposes of wastewater from a factory. A possible culprit, but would likely have caused trouble a long time ago. Moving on. Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
Wrong तो बोल रहा है ये। इस पे जा भी नहीं सकते।
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
यहाँ से टाउन शुरू होता है।
Be careful on the port, gentlemen. The fog is particularly thick tonight.
ये सब कुछ कर लिया।
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Human waste. Despite looking fairly hazardous, I doubt it could cause such acute poisoning. I can't see any other major source of contamination in this section of the waterway. Perhaps another place. Are you able to help me?
I can't help you with that, sir.
पांचों के पांचों वेयर हाउस इधर ही है बट कुछ दूसरा नहीं ढूंढ रहे हैं ना। रेड क्रॉस नहीं दिख रहा है अभी, तो मतलब अगर ये हैं तभी जाके दिख रहा है रेड क्रॉस, तो यही होना चाहिए। कहाँ पर एंटर करिए जैसे
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
कैसे रॉन्ग बोल कर रहे हैं। सब कुछ सॉल्व है और में भी नहीं उधर से तो वहीं पे तो मेरे को दिखेगा रेड क्रॉस। इसके पास कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन है क्या? पूछते हैं।
Emma's gone and Girves too, so I will be staying here.
इसके पास कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है।
Pile of rotten food. It carries danger, but not of the kind that we witnessed. Is this familiar to you?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
अभी इधर से ही आया ना। मिल गया।
Unlikely that this warehouse has the goods.
इधर पे भी तो एक रेड मार्कर है।
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
देखो।
Unlikely that this warehouse has the goods.
वही तो एक रहेगा ऐसे।
A recent cart crash. Phenol, a dangerous substance often used as a sanitizer, coming from Spade Chemicals.
तो कुछ पाচ্ছি ना और तो कुछ नहीं मिल रहा यहाँ पर। थिंक होगा कुछ ना कुछ।
The fish's scales have decolorized. What a disaster.
ये वही कार्ट एक्सीडेंट है जिसके चक्कर में सबका तबीयत खराब हो रहा है। Warehouse.
Can you satisfy my curiosity? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
ठीक है। 10 कहाँ है? 10 तो 9 तक देखे। 10 कहाँ है? मिल गया। यही होगा।
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
मिल गया। ये कैसा लॉक है? अच्छा बीच वाले थोड़ा और ऊपर चाहिए, ये वाला एक नीचे चाहिए। ओके
Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you.
As my brother would say, it is for the greater good.
ब्लड है क्या?
That's why you don't leave sailcloth lying out. Good quality, but torn in many spots.
Dried mud. Ports of London soil.
There are a couple of marks on this end. The scratches are fresh, left by something metallic. This crank saw some use. The layers of rust will prevent any movement.
ऊपर में I think है.
Fit for a crank. Well oiled and well maintained.
Lifting mechanism.
It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. I can't do it with my bare hands.
कहाँ है वो? इससे हो जाएगा I think. नीचे कुछ है क्या?
A hidden passage, just as I expected. Wait here, Watson, and keep an eye on the doors. I'll scout the premises.
Will do. Be careful down there.
पता नहीं नीचे क्या है. Wow.
Wait, what's happening?
क्या हो गया उसको? हेलुसिनेट कर रहा है क्या?
What is this place? Where am I? Strangely cold. Something is missing. This
Superman
cannot have
जैसा
been under the port of London all along. Is it an illusion?
Yes. सुपरमैन का जो छोटा सा की रहता था ना वो घुस अंडर डाल देते थे वही वाला. है क्या हमारे पास? कुछ तो है नहीं.
Strangely cold. Something is missing.
Only way forward is the abyss.
The only way forward is the abyss.
Peace क्या है?
Strangely cold. Something is missing.
Missing क्या है वो? इधर जगह बंद क्यों हो गया? बस खत्म इधर। ये तो सब हेलुसिनेट कर रहा है ना, इस पे तो कुछ आई थिंक नहीं आएगा। See? ये तो रो रहा है ना?
Phew, I didn't die.
अच्छा?
It is icy cold and pulsating.
अभी? फिर से मरना है क्या? अबिस मतलब डेथ। बोला ना सुपरमैन जैसा तो है ना उधर। फुटप्रिंट्स ओके। वो तो बंद हो गया। एक एक करके बहुत कौन बंद ही हो जा रहा है तो कैसे इसको ओपन करे? तो क्या करना होगा? मिनट। क्या? वो आते आते बंद हो जा रहा तो। अच्छा, ज़्यादा ज़ोर से जाएंगे तो बंद हो जाएगा जल्दी। थोड़ा सा दे, ज़्यादा भाग के जाएंगे तो भी आई थिंक हो जाएगा।
Now I am somewhere else. How?
क्या नाटक चल रहा है ये? डिटेक्टिव है कि क्या है?
It's harder to breathe here. What is that? It's like it stares right through me.
दूसरा दरवाज़ा खुला। पर जाएंगे कैसे ऊपर? बेसिकली उसमें ही जाना था। हैं? अच्छा ये है। फुल हैलोसिनेट कर रहा है वो। अभी गिर जाते रहे।
Head is already spinning. When will this end?
और कुछ नहीं है।
There are 2 recesses.
फिर से मरना पड़ेगा क्या? तीन दरवाजा अच्छा खुला है।
my head. What just happened?
बहुत सारे दरवाजा है.
The stench. A strange stone. It almost feels alive.
Octopus. Size 9 boot prints. एक मिला है, एक डाल देते हैं.
One down, one to go.
कौन से दरवाजे पे कुछ दिख रहा है? कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है. बट कहाँ पर गए थे भूल गए. नहीं, इस पे नहीं है. इस पे भी नहीं है. इस पे भी नहीं है. 3 दरवाजा हो गया. चौथा पे देखते हैं. वाह, बट यहाँ से लेना. यहाँ से ही लिए हैं हम. तो पांचवा में रहेगा. इसमें भी नहीं है. ना, पांचवा भी नहीं हुआ. ऐसा क्या जबरदस्त ये है. आंखें बंद क्यों है? हाँ, ये ही देखे थे हम. इसमें कुछ है नहीं. क्या सब है इधर? ये ऑटोमेटिक खुल गया.
Oh, that is truly revolting. Frozen and pulsing almost like it has a heart.
ये सब है क्या? रुक जाओ, इसको पहले इसको ये करते हैं. साइड में आ रहा है ये चीज़ क्या है? अच्छा, इधर आने से वो सही हो जाता है. पता नहीं और कितना हेलुसिनेट करेगा ये. आई थिंक हो गया हेलुसिनेट करना.
Did I get out?
ये तो जिंदा है.
John?
What is it, Holmes?
अभी ये जाके हेल्प करेगा.
Watson? Holmes, where are you? Holmes? Holmes? Are you all right?
Fine. Watson, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Fine? By Jove, you should have heard the way you called out my name.
It was just a game of shadows.
I'm glad. This place gives me the chills. What are we dealing with?
Something that's finally interesting.
क्या? बहुत कुछ है यहाँ पर.
His abdomen is severely bloated.
Broken nails, dried mud crumbs. Middle break.
Cyanosis of the lips, marks on the neck. This man was strangled.
Unknown man of the altar. अच्छा, एक unknown man मिला.
Did you hear that, Watson?
I hear you.
Kianak, Flegethor, Lebumna, Siaha, Inguft. Finglui, Maglanafa, Cthulhu, Rilia, Waganagal, Fatagan.
What on earth?
How is that possible?
Yeah?
An American passport. Amos Colby.
Okay.
Someone got their hands dirty painting this with blood.
Passport.
At least 24 pendants, all identical and made of tin.
ये सेम आइडेंटिकल वही मिला था ना? एडवर्टाइज एजेंसी.
Old blood stains. I've never seen a pattern like this before.
क्या चल रहा है इधर नीचे?
This box contained a narcotic substance, much like the one in Kimihira's brazier. Black Edelweiss Institute, established 17-something.
अच्छा, कोई कल्ट वल्ट होगा.
It seems made for simple experiments. I wager they could not afford a better set.
अच्छा, बहुत सारा चीज़ है यहाँ पर. अच्छा, समझ गया.
Someone used mud to draw a cross in a rectangle. Why? These clothes were crudely cut off someone. An American, judging by the style. Fine rope work, cut by a finer blade.
अच्छा, human blood है. हाँ, ऐसा ही कुछ. Okay.
Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues.
Damn, क्या सब लिखा है इस पे?
What on earth? It looks like the scribbling of madmen.
भाई साहब.
A small bloodstain, but not serious.
Scratches.
Deep scratches left in a
उसको
frenzy.
इस बॉक्स पे बंद करके लेके आए, वो स्क्रैच की है, इसलिए वो सब लगा हुआ है.
The strength it would take to carry this crate, let alone break it.
तो हुआ है इधर। ये सब क्या है?
Miserable food, mass-produced. I must have seen this one before. That explains my hallucinations. These clothes are missing buttons. They were forcefully removed. Dumpra, a staple of lecturemen's attire in Nepal. Gathered from dozens of people at the very least.
अच्छा, क्यों? ये सब सही है, ये भी सही है। नहीं, आई थिंक ये भी सही है। और दूसरा इधर, हाँ। अच्छा, एक एक करके जाना पड़ेगा क्या, ऐसे कुछ? ये 2 नंबर है, एक नंबर कौन सा? एक नंबर ये है, 1 2 2 4 3 कौन सा था? 4 5 सबसे पहले वो है 1 नंबर। ये 2 है। ठीक है, ये 3 नंबर नीचे है। 3 नंबर, 4 नंबर, ये रहा 5 नंबर। अब वैलिडेट होगा।
Many people were brought to this place. Their abductors stripped off their clothes and discarded them in a pile. The prisoners were kept in a soporific trance by the use of narcotics. A few tried to resist, but alas, in vain. After a few days, everyone was stuffed in a crate and sent elsewhere. Only one captive was left behind. He was strangled to death on this altar.
What the hell is happening, Holmes?
Calm yourself.
आई थिंक कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट किए उसके ऊपर।
What is it? Oh my God.
भागना होगा क्या?
Please tell me we found all we needed to, Holmes.
I think we found a bit more than that.
Yet we have no clue as to where those people have been taken.
And that's where you're wrong, Watson. We have more than enough. I just need to connect the dots. How about you pack your suitcase in the meantime, my dear fellow? Just in case.
It's hard to know how much to pack. I might bring a spare notebook just in case. Please tell me we're going somewhere warm, or at the very least dry. I'll ask Mrs. Hudson to watch the place while we're gone. I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day. I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day.
Before I leave, I should know where I'm going.
I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day.
करना क्या है?
I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day. I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day.
कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहा है.
Before I leave, I should know where I'm going.
अच्छा. क्या करना होगा? भाई साहब. Who is the dead man on the altar? Okay. ठीक है, धीरे धीरे एलिमिनेट हो रहा है. पासपोर्ट मिला है. ओके. फॉरेन वुमन. और नो नो एडवर्ड. ये फ्लायर. Strange symbols. Na. Na. Where have the to send to? Okay. No. Cross inside a rectangle. Okay. Firing notice. Okay, the box with L voices. Okay. No. स्विट्जरलैंड जाना पड़ेगा. Oh, we are going to Switzerland. Some key information.
I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day. Before I leave, I should know where I'm going.
मतलब उसको ही पता नहीं है कहाँ जा रहा है. Seek is play and highlighted evidence marked and then open books. Press space to start your research in the archives. See. अच्छा है यहाँ पर abductor's route. Switzerland तो यूरोप. पता है इसको.
Before I leave, I should know where I'm going. I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day.
अच्छा हमको इधर से ही करना पड़ेगा सब कुछ. Date of establishment 1700. Field of activity. Medicine. Type of organization. Private facility. Next destination.
Dr. Watson, how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you?
It sounds unexpected. What makes you think we should head there?
It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train.
Okay.
As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss alone.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I
Switzerland जा रहे हैं
avoided
हम
most
लोग.
combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
मस्त लग रहा है गेम.
Man with the rosary.
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है.
He was one of them.
A translator, yes.
बहुत दिमाग भी
We were trapped.
खर्च करना पड़ रहा है.
6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I have become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Paget was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around?
हमेशा इतना फॉगी क्यों रहता है?
The Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facilities to a fellow physician. I have already taken the liberty of sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit. And what of you? I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
Mountains of Madness.